This is the story of a fired wrestler, a viral rumor, and one of the most unexpected takes in recent WWE history. Matt Riddle, former UFC fighter, former WWE United States champion, current MLW World Heavyweight Champion, sat down on the Rewind, Recap, Relive podcast and declared that Elon Musk should buy WWE, saying he'd guarantee it would run smoother under new ownership. So let's walk through what Riddle actually said, why he said it, where the Musk rumor came from, and what's really happening inside the company he says needs new leadership. Who is Matt Riddle, and why should you care what he thinks? Before the hot take gets any airtime, understanding who Matt Riddle actually is matters, because this isn't some outsider speculating about a business he's never seen from the inside. Riddle spent 5 years deep inside WWE's machine and paid a steep price on the way out. Born in Allentown, Pennsylvania in January 1986, Riddle built his name first as a legitimate MMA competitor, appearing on The Ultimate Fighter in 2008 and running a 4-fight winning streak inside the UFC. Then February 13, 2013 arrived, and in a moment that previewed his later career in uncomfortable ways, the UFC cut him loose after he tested positive for marijuana. Wrestling became the pivot, and Riddle was genuinely excellent at it. After training at the Monster Factory starting in 2014, his debut came in early 2015, and by 2016, the Wrestling Observer newsletter had named him both Rookie of the Year and Most Improved Wrestler in the same calendar year. WWE signed him in 2018, and from there the titles came steadily. The NXT Tag Team Championship alongside Pete Dunne, the Raw Tag Team Championship with Randy Orton as RK Bro, and the WWE United States Championship. One detail that rarely gets mentioned, back in high school wrestling, Riddle faced a young John Jones, the same John Jones who became one of the most dominant UFC champions ever, and beat him twice before either of them were anybody. None of that history protected him from what came next, though. A second failed WWE wellness test arrived in December 2022, and Riddle later confirmed to Ariel Helwani in 2024 that the substance involved was cocaine. Then August 21, 2023 brought a public incident at JFK Airport, and less than 2 weeks after that, on September 22, WWE released him. Riddle's own read on it was financial. His value had dropped, and at $750,000 for 2023, with a new deal reportedly worth $1 million a year on the table, the math no longer worked in his favor. What he said about leaving, though, might be the most telling part of this whole story. His words were, "It was probably one of the biggest reliefs I've had in a long time. 7 years inside WWE. Not a single vacation taken, and the only break he got came during a rehab stay." That's the context sitting behind every criticism he makes about that company now. After leaving, Riddle returned to Major League Wrestling in January 2024, and a year later, in January 2025, he defeated Satoshi Kojima to capture the MLW World Heavyweight Championship, the first world title of his post-WWE career. What Riddle actually said. On the Rewind, Recap, Relive podcast, the subject of TKO Group Holdings, the company that now owns WWE, came up, and Riddle didn't soften his take. His opening assessment was direct. With TKO, I don't know, I just think they're too business-focused. And then the Musk comment landed. His full quote, "I heard a rumor that Elon Musk might buy WWE. I like the Musk. People give him a hard time. I feel like he's just highly intelligent. I think he would be a great owner for WWE. I guarantee it would run smoother, and he wouldn't be hiring a bunch of people that can't work." That last phrase is where the real criticism lives. Riddle wasn't just complimenting Musk in the abstract. He was leveling a specific charge at WWE's current talent acquisition strategy, arguing the company prioritizes how performers look over whether they can actually perform inside a wrestling ring.
He pushed further, alleging that physical fights had broken out at WWE's Performance Center between trainees with wrestling backgrounds and athletes recruited from other sports, with Riddle's position being that the outside athletes simply don't understand the business they've been hired into. WWE has not responded to these allegations, and they remain unverified. But the specificity of the claim is notable, coming from someone who trained alongside that same developmental system for years.